Hello everyone. I'm Tarini Himaranshi. Abbreviations. This is my content. Early childhood care and development in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon and officially the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, is an island country in South Asia. It is situated on the Indian Ocean, southwest to the Bay of Bengal and southeast of the Arabian Sea, while being separated from the Indian subcontinent by the Gulf of Mannar and the Pak Strait. Sri Jayawardhanapura Kotte is its legislative capital and Colombo is the largest city and financial center. About definitions of the key terms. Evolution and new trends in early childhood education in Sri Lanka. Preschool education in Sri Lanka was initiated with a few urban preschools in the 1920s. In Sri Lanka, early childhood is defined as the period of child's life from concept of age 5. Yet, according to Patirana, childhood could be considered the period of birth to 8 years. The importance and the necessities of the early childhood development has been highlighted in the report of Kannangara 1943 and Jayasuriya Commission report in 1961. Vision of the early childhood care and development. Mission of the early childhood care and development. Since 2000, there has been enormous progress in achieving the target of universal primary education. The total enrollment rate in developing regions reached 91% in 2015, and the worldwide number of children out of school has dropped by almost half. There has also been dramatic increase in grade rates, and many more girls are in school than ever before. These are all remarkable successes. Progress has also been tough in some developing regions due to high level of poverty, armed conflict and other energies. In Western Asia and North Africa, ongoing armed conflict has been an increasing in the number of children out of school. This is worrying trend. While Sub-Saharan Africa made the greatest progress in primary school enrollment among all developing regions from 52% in 1990 up to 78% in 2012. Large disciplines still remain. Children from the poorest households are up to 4 times more likely to be out of school than those of the richest households. Disparities between rural and urban areas also remain high. Achieving inclusive and quality education for all reformers, the belief that education is one of the most powerful and proven vehicles for sustainable development. This goal ensures that all girls and boys complete free primary and secondary schooling by 2030. It also aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational training, to eliminate gender and wealth disparities and achieve universal access to a quality higher education. Early childhood development national policies.
proposes a delegation of responsibilities to the children's centers with the supervision of the local community and Gramodaya Mandalas, provides a list of government institutes and international and non-governmental organizations which facilitate with provincial of early childhood care and development in Sri Lanka. As example, UNICEF, Janata State Development Board, Savarvadaya, Lanka Mahila Samiti. Teacher training will be provided by the Open University. It is evident that the responsibility of the early childhood care and development in Sri Lanka was joined to endeavour during this time. However, the government may provide facilities for training of teachers. The Children's Secretariat was established in 1978. Yet the non-government organizations and other governmental institutions were given power to handle early childhood care and development in even the year in 1995. What components were included under early childhood care development is not clarified. Rhetoric regarding early childhood care and development changed government interferes. Proposed inactivities to provincial councils and local authorities to set up and maintain preschools. Propose that legislative provisions is necessary in respect of quality of preschool staff, facilities and their supervision. NIE developing flexible guidelines for activities and materials to be used in preschool recommends that there should be minimum standard for the early childhood care and development in Sri Lanka. Found out that there are early childhood care and development centers operating without registering. No legal action taken for preschool which not registered. Overall childhood development was not under the ministry. The registration procedure is still the responsibility of the provincial councils. Let's see the summary. Curriculum and teaching methods. The early childhood activities carried out in Sri Lanka is referred to as early childhood care and development and spans from 0 to 5 years. This definition of early childhood care and development is somewhat different to its global referral of early childhood care and education as a period spanning from 0 to 8 years. Average day in a preschool. Early childhood care and development in curricula. Considering the significance of the lower teacher-child ratios in maintaining quality teacher-child interactions, the paper recommends the concerned authorities to maintain preschool teacher-child ratio to be range of global standards for middle-income countries. Even though these facts convey that preschool teacher educational qualifications have steadily increased, considering the importance of early childhood care and development to Sri Lankan children, this recognize this as a factor to be concerned and further improved.
All recruited staff must be under probation for 6 months, where they should receive evaluation reports for their performances from the manager, that is further on sent to main responsible ministry in the area. Computers, mobile phones, smartphones are not encouraged to use for entertainment purpose or an substitute for play activities. For a learning purpose, children may use these a maximum of 45 minutes per day. All outdoor equipment must be free from rust, splints, and sharp edges. Preschool teacher education. In sum, this find that profile of early childhood care and development, Sri Lanka records quality as well as quantitative improvement from past to present, with increased child enrollment to Sri Lankan preschools, rigorous standards of teacher training, and improved resource in the preschools to create a child-friendly environment. However, this also outlines that resource constraints limitation permeating to learning indicators, gaps in preschool teacher training, insufficient remunerations for preschool teachers, and gaps in state sector involvement seem to control the quality of the early childhood care and development service provision in Sri Lanka. Therefore, this is highly recommends improved quality to early childhood care and development Sri Lanka through increased state involvement and monitoring. Public contribution and private sector contribution. Child development is multifaceted and multi-sectorial approach is required in implementing the national policy. Therefore, following ministries, agencies and organizations are identified as key stakeholders of early childhood care and development. The roles of the responsibilities of each key stakeholder are presented below. Among the main functions of the Children's Secretariat is formulating national policies on early childhood care and development and acting as the implementation missionary. Therefore, the ministry in charge of the subject Women and Child Affairs will be focal ministry for implementing the national policy on early childhood care and development. The Children's Secretariat of the Ministry shall function as the executive agency of the National Community Coordination. The Direct Children's Secretariat shall function as the Secretary of the National Community Coordination. With regard to the implementation of the National Policy on Early Childhood Care and Development, the MWCA shall work closely with the MOH in matters concerning health, nutrition and psychological development of young child. The Ministry of Education will closely work with the MWCA in formulating policies for preschool education that support the National Policy on Early Childhood Care and Development to deliver all inputs in all integrated manner to prevent duplication of services and programs offered to children in early childhood. Since early childhood care and development is a shared operational concept, the MWCA will work closely with the MSEW in activities and programs for most vulnerable and disadvantaged children and their families, as well as such marginalized communities. The provincial councils will work closely
with the MWCA and Ministry of Health to implement the national policy on early childhood care and development effectively at provincial level. The Plantation Human Development Trust (PHTD) is responsible for social welfare of the people living in government-owned estates which are managed by private companies. Non-government organizations have a role to play in defining community needs and developing community-based solutions. The MWCA and the provincial councils will closely work with non-government organizations in implementing the policy from national level to grassroots level. International organizations and donor agencies have been main source of funding for early childhood care and development activities undertaken at national and provincial level in Sri Lanka. In addition, there are private sector institutions that provide early childhood care and development services either for the children of their own employees or others who require assistance. The need for communities to take up ownership and management of community-based programs is of paramount importance for the success and sustainability of early child education programs. Conclusion. References. Thank you.